Let's talk about brain power. You know, that engine that really drives everything we do? It helps us stay sharp, alert, and just perform at our absolute best. Today, we're going to dive into some simple, healthy, and honestly, pretty delicious drinks that can give your brain the exact fuel it's been craving.
So, have you ever had one of those days where you're just staring at a screen and your thoughts are totally lost in this frustrating fog? Or maybe you just need that extra little mental edge to power through a big project. If any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place.
We talk a lot about food when it comes to brain health, but what we drink can be just as powerful, maybe even more so. So I want you to think about these drinks as a kind of brain health toolkit. We're not just going to give you a list, we're going to organize them by what they actually do for your brain.
Okay, so here's our plan. First up, we're going to meet your brain's personal bodyguards. Then we'll look at how to supercharge the supply lines that deliver all those vital nutrients. After that, we'll tap into the instant energy boosters for that laser-sharp focus. And to finish it all off, we'll talk about customizing your very own brain-boosting arsenal. Sound good? Let's go.
All right, let's dive into our first section, protecting your brain cells. This is all about building up your brain's first line of defense against, well, the daily grind, all that stress and potential damage. Think of these drinks as your personal neurological armor.
First up in our protective toolkit is good old blueberry juice. Its real power comes from a compound called anthocyanins. Now, these things are potent antioxidants that don't just boost your cognitive function, they actually act like a shield against inflammation and even some long-term issues like memory loss, Alzheimer's, and dementia. It's a pretty delicious defense, right?
Next on the list, we've got green tea, and its secret weapon is something called L-theanine. This unique amino acid is an absolute rock star for the brain. It's been scientifically proven to sharpen both your memory and your attention span. But it doesn't stop there. Green tea is also packed with other good stuff like catechins and flavonoids that fight off oxidative stress, which is basically like the rust that can build up in our brain cells.
Our third protector is turmeric ginger tea, and its hero is curcumin. This compound is a neuroprotective powerhouse, seriously good at fighting oxidative damage and inflammation. And the ginger? Well, it's the perfect partner here. It helps boost circulation and balance your blood sugar, giving you sustained mental clarity all day long.
So, let's move on and see how this all builds on itself. Protecting your brain cells is absolutely crucial, but once that armor is in place, those cells need fuel. This next part of our toolkit is all about boosting nutrient delivery. Think of it as the logistics department for your brain's health.
Here we've got two really vibrant juices doing some amazing work. Orange juice, it's packed with vitamin C, which is critical for producing neurotransmitters. Things like dopamine and serotonin that regulate our mood and memory. Then you have beetroot juice. Its nitrates convert into something called nitric oxide, which is like a superhighway opener for your blood vessels, flooding your brain with oxygen. Plus, it gives you a nice little boost of that feel-good hormone, serotonin.
Now for something a little different, clove tea. This is an ancient remedy, but it's got some serious modern benefits. For centuries, people have used it to improve focus, and for a really good reason. Its key compound, eugenol, is a master at increasing blood circulation. And what does that mean? A better oxygen pipeline directly to your brain cells. And as we've already seen, better oxygen flow means a sharper, more efficient brain.
All right, so we've protected our brain and we've improved its supply lines. Now, what about those moments when you need an immediate boost, like right now? This section of our toolkit is all about fueling direct focus for peak mental performance exactly when you need it.
And of course, we have to talk about coffee, the world's favorite focus fuel. But how does it actually work? Well, it's kind of like a two-pronged chemical attack. Caffeine triggers adrenaline, which ramps up your blood flow and makes you feel way more alert. At the same time, it boosts dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter of motivation. So it doesn't just jolt you awake, it makes you want to get things done.
But hey, coffee isn't your only option. Smoothies are fantastic for sustained energy thanks to brain-loving omega-3s and fiber that help you avoid that dreaded afternoon slump. Kombucha is a total powerhouse of B vitamins, which are essential for your brain cells to turn food into fuel. And don't sleep on herbal teas, seriously. The aromatic oils in something like chamomile or lemon balm can surprisingly enhance your focus and memory.
So, we have covered a lot of ground. We've talked protection, delivery, and direct fuel. But the final piece of the puzzle, and maybe the most important one, is making it personal.
The goal here is to empower you to find what works best for your brain. And this is just so key. While all the science we've talked about is totally solid, the fact is every single one of us is different. Your unique body chemistry means you might get a massive boost from green tea, while your friend swears by beetroot juice. The only way you're going to know is to experiment a little and really pay attention to how you feel.
So the crucial point, the main takeaway, is this. Don't just see this as a list of drinks. See it as a menu for building your very own cognitive health toolkit. Need to defend against a super stressful week? Maybe you grab a blueberry juice. Need to power through a complicated report? Maybe coffee is the right tool for that job. The power is in choosing the right drink for the right mental task.
So we've built your brain-boosting toolkit. It's packed with options to fuel your focus and protect your mind. Now, the power is in your hands. So my question for you is, which brain boost are you going to try first? Thanks so much for joining me on this journey to a sharper mind.